Hi everyone, my name is Thuong, and today I want to share my perspective on a non-native English learner. To me, this label simply means English is not my mother tongue, but I don't see it as a weakness. In fact, I embrace it as an essential part of my identity. I accept this label, but I also reject it. It represents resilience, adaptability, and the courage to communicate across different cultures. One strength I've developed is creativity in learning. Switching between Vietnamese and English allows me to build meaningful connections that deepen my understanding. For instance, when I first learned the phrase "no pen, no gun," I immediately linked it to the Vietnamese proverb có công mài sắt có ngày nên kim. This cultural bridge not only helped me memorize new expressions more effectively, but also make my conversation more engaging and relatable. Of course, I also faced challenges. Pronunciation has always been a major hurdle, especially sound like in think or through. Back in high school, I often stayed silent because I was afraid of being judged. Later, I adopted a strategy, recording my voice, comparing it with native speakers, and practicing repeatedly. At first, it felt uncomfortable, but gradually it turned mistakes into stepping stones and I became more confident. Now let me challenge a common stereotype. In Vietnam, many people believe that only native speakers can be brilliant English teachers. Honestly, I find this idea misleading. My best teacher in high school was actually Vietnamese. Although she spoke with a slight accent, her grammar knowledge and teaching methods were excellent. She understood our struggles better than native speakers, and thanks to her, I succeeded the national exam. That experience taught me that empathy and effective teaching skills are far more important than having a perfect accent. However, I do recognize that there another side to this discussion. Some people argue that the label non-native is useful for measuring proficiency in education or employment. That's reasonable. However, if society continues to value clear communication over perfect English, this label will eventually lose its importance. So, what's the final takeaway? I proudly identify as a non-native English learner, someone who faces obstacles but also brings creativity, cultural insight, and determination to the long life journey of mastering English. Together, let's embrace our identities as language learners and celebrate the diverse experiences that make each of us unique. I hope this inspires you to view your language learning journey in a new light. Thanks for listening, and I welcome your reaction. Goodbye.